My name is Laura. I'm head of paid acquisition and business development at Legalstart. My role has two objectives. The first one is to acquire new customers through different platforms, for example via Google Ads or social networks or affiliation programs. And the second objective is to provide additional services to our customers besides the legal part. Life before automation, I think it was much more complicated because we were very dependent on different technical teams. And I think life after automation, we are way more autonomous. I think we chose Zapier over other automation tools because it's very easy to use. It helps integrate with many platforms, many tools, and for everyone I think it's very easy to use. And also it allows us to work within our own teams at Legalstart, so I think it's really nice. Zapier makes me feel very autonomous, and I think it's helped me every day. Life before Zapier was very complicated, and I think now it's way much more flexible and we're gaining lots of time. At Legalstart, we use Zapier in different ways. For example, it's helping us to collect leads from different platforms. If you want to, for example, make a test on a webinar, or if you want to acquire new clients through a new platform. We also use it, for example, to send some information to our partnerships when we try to launch a new partnership. We're very confident in using it because we know it's a reliable tool. We know that also if we have a bug or an issue that we want to solve, it's very easy to identify which part of the workflow has an issue. So I think for us, it's a warranty that we can use this tool as a safe place. For lead management, the initial problem was that we wanted to try some new tests, to try some new platforms. Now we're a big company, we've been there for 10 years. And so we have to renew ourselves and we have to make some tests all the time. So the different workflows we use for lead management helped us to try some new platforms, to try some new content and everything. So I think it helped us see what we are good at and what we failed. So it's helping us in succeeding. Zapier is saving us a lot of time because initially when we wanted to make some new tests, we needed the technical team. So it was, we had to rely on their roadmap. And now we can launch some new tests whenever we want. So yeah, it's really nice. It's a really time-saving tool. This workflow helped me identify the sources of leads that were good and the ones that weren't. We're more able on trying to find new partnerships or new ideas for our company to renew ourselves. Yeah, it's a really time-saver tool that is helping us to focus on the business instead of focusing on the tools. I think nowadays using AI is a must, and it's time-saving as well. So combining Zapier tool and AI, I think it's helping us to save a lot of time in the different workflows we have, such as, for example, the lead management one or the partnerships one, because it has simplified all of the workflows and data we use. Zapier is a reliable tool, so we also have the confidence in using it with AI with them. I think Zapier has improved our communication within Legalstart because it helped us in each team to be more autonomous and not to be relying on every team all the time. So if someone has a new idea or a new project, they can be very autonomous to launch it and not to be dependent on every team and ask for how can we use that, how can we try this new product, how can we try this new test. So I think it helped us to be a bit autonomous, but also to work together, because as teams we always have to work together, and it's a tool that we can use to be also more connected. Zapier had a big impact on scaling at Legalstart because we always have to renew ourselves to think about new ideas, new products, new tests, and it helped us to launch lots of new tests for the company that had a big impact later. For example, we tried new partnerships with Zapier in a simple way, and then we integrated a bit more once we saw that the results were there. So it helped us scale on very different ways. When we want to launch a new partnership, we're very autonomous in launching the test. I think it's very helpful because we can see in a very fast way the first results, so that we can be sure about the objective of the partnership. When we want to try something new, it has to be automated, otherwise it's very time-consuming. So when we use automation, we have lots of time to focus on how to increase the test or the project we're launching, instead of wasting time on how to send the information, how to manage the automation. Zapier's return on investment at Legalstart is very important, and because we all know that it's a tool that lots of people at Legalstart use, and that is very time-saving, and that it's helping us in a lot of different ways. So everyone knows that the little time you spend by creating, for example, workflow is time-saving in the long shot. At Legalstart, we were using Zapier in very different teams. For example, in the marketing team, but also in the product or in the sales team. So it's a tool that everyone can use because it's very easy. For our business, Zapier is a tool that is very efficient. I think we are more able to do it on our own and to try and to validate the ideas or the products we have. And then when it's validated, then to integrate it more and to make it a real project at Legalstart. So it's helping us in the pre-steps of launching something, for example. Zapier has helped us in the resource optimization in different ways because, for example, when we want to try something, we launch it with Zapier, and then when it's successful, we know that we can integrate it and ask our tech team to integrate it in the roadmap, and so it's helping us to validate the ideas we have in a project we want to launch. If someone was considering using Zapier, I think I would tell him that it's a very easy tool to use, that everyone in the company can use, that it's cost-saving and time-saving. My favorite thing about Zapier is that I can be autonomous, I can launch my ideas, I can try, I can test everything I want, and it's very easy. When I think about something the previous week, I can launch it 2 days after, and I think it's nice to have the results in a very quick way. So I think that's my favorite thing. The interface is very customer-friendly. You can create workflows in a very easy way. All of the steps are very detailed. And for example, if you don't know how to create something, you have always the Q&A answers, and you have lots of resources to help you. So I think it's made for everyone, which is something that is very nice when you want to try and use a new platform. It's very easy, and I would recommend it 100%.